Welcome to episode 63 of G. Halloran's Beer Reviews. As you can see today, I will be reviewing Pumpkin Ale. Before I go on to talk about this brew, I'd just like to say I'm back. I'm sure all my two fans out there were wondering where I was. I had about a 3-week break. I had a few things come up and I wasn't able to record any reviews. But I'm back now and I'll hopefully be doing a few reviews, or at least a couple every week. I'll try for that. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, moving back onto the brew. So this is Pumpkin Ale, brewed by Gage Brewery in Western Australia, and it is a traditional pumpkin ale. I hadn't seen this before last week, so I don't know if it's a new brew. I'm not particularly sure, but I have seen the other Gage Road's different type of brews they have. They've rebranded them somewhat, as Australian beer drinkers would know, and I've reviewed a couple of them before, but this is the first time I've seen this pumpkin ale. So it comes in a 640 milliliter bottle at 4.5% alcohol by volume. There's a bit of a story here on the side. I won't read the whole thing, but what it says is in the Americas hundreds of years ago, they used pumpkins to brew beer instead of barley and other cereal crops, as they were in short supply. But then in the 1980s, the pumpkin beer started to come back. So I can't say I've ever had one of these before, a pumpkin brew. So I don't mind baked pumpkin or pumpkin soup. So I think I like this. I like beer as well, so the two going together should be good. Flavor wise, it's described as, obviously pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg and ginger. Yes, it tastes like a pumpkin pie. Anyway, without further delay, let's crack it open. You can smell that coming through already. Just got a chilled pint glass here. So it's a little bit on the lesser side for ABV, alcohol by volume, for an ale, but these pumpkin ales, maybe they were a bit less. I'm not sure. Probably get most of this beer in this pint. Anyway, a little bit left. Anyway, we'll go off this. As for the head, it's an off-white head. Just not as dark as I probably would have thought it would have been, but it's off-white. For the colour, it according to its name, it's definitely a pumpkin colour, a light pumpkin colour. Carbonation is moderate. Wouldn't say it's extremely high, but it's definitely well carbonated. Okay, I'll just top this up a little bit. Okay, so the head's settled down now. It's probably half a finger of head. As for the smell, I'm picking up the pumpkin. It's more like a uncooked pumpkin, more so than a roasted or other form of cooked pumpkin. It's it smells like when you just cut a raw one open. I'm getting that. I'm getting a bit of sweetness, a bit of cinnamon. Yeah, a bit of nutmeg. I can scarcely pick up that sort of smell. Okay, without further delay, the taste test, the best bit. Cheers. First up, it's a lot smoother than what I thought it would have been. It is actually quite a smooth beer in the mouthfeel. I'm definitely getting that cinnamon. I'm getting a cinnamon and nutmeg flavour coming through, which is balanced throughout a strong pumpkin flavour there as well. Let's give it another go. Yeah, it's a very different type of beer. It's you're not obviously getting the hop bitterness or the grassy notes there due to the different ingredients in this beer, but I am getting a very strong cinnamon and nutmeg sort of flavour. What other ingredient did they say? Ginger. Yeah, it's funny. Ginger, I can pick up a little bit of ginger. I wouldn't say it's very pronounced. So it's not like a ginger beer sort of ginger, but it's got that little bit of spice there from it. But definitely the cinnamon. I'd have to say out of any of the ingredients listed there, the cinnamon's probably the most pronounced. It probably should be called cinnamon ale, being that's what I'm picking up more so than anything else. I'm getting the pumpkin, and it is in there, and it is quite strong, but the cinnamon overshadows it definitely. As for the head, you can see it's almost gone already, but it actually is a really nice, refreshing ale. I'll just give it another go. Yeah, very nice. If you like cinnamon, you're going to lap this up. It's got a really spicy sort of cinnamon, uh, backbone to it. I've said that a lot, but that's what I'm summing it up at. There is the ginger there now that I've had a few more sips. I can definitely pick that up. But yeah, it's actually quite a nice, refreshing brew. It's I thought it would be a bit more heavy or heavier. It's not at all. It's quite light in the mouthfeel, and is actually quite refreshing. Yeah, not a bad beer. So one more sip and I'll give it a score. Yeah, not bad. The pumpkins and are definitely coming through a bit more now that I've almost finished half the glass. At first, the cinnamon was the most pronounced, but the pumpkin's definitely evening out the flavour now. That's probably as what you'd expect. Being cinnamon is quite a strong spice, and you'd probably pick that up first. But now that you have the pumpkin, I can definitely pick that up a lot more now. So, but it is a very, very different, but a very nice beer. So, what would I give Gage Road's Pumpkin Ale? I'd give it an 8 out of 10, just because it is something different to normal ales or normal brews in general. It is something different, and for that reason, I've scored it up a bit. But it is quite a pleasant beer as well, and it's quite refreshing. So if you see this around, definitely give it a go. It's normally not too much. I think it was $5 or something for this bottle, so you might pick it up even cheaper. On saying that, it's good to be back, and I hope to see you again soon. And thanks for watching another episode of G. Haller's Beer Reviews, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.